Okay, what you don't know is that I just waited about 5 minutes because I ended up clicking about 20 times right here over her eye. And I want you to see how bad that looks. So if you use this sharpening tool too much, like I said, just once over the top and once over the bottom, all right? If you just use it once over the top and once over the bottom, you're going to get this little bit of sharpening. But as you can see, Sarah is way too, I mean, there's just too much that we did there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in my history, and if you look, there's just a bunch of sharpen tools, sharpen tools, sharpen tools, sharpen tool, because I pushed it and pushed it and pushed it so many times, it it just was way too many times. So in fact, there's 30 times I pressed sharpen tool. So I'm going to go back to this very first one and see what we get to in the history. So it's thinking and it's going to take us back. Let's see the difference. There's that one, and here's the one that I had it to. You can definitely see that it just starts disintegrating the face there, right? So I'm going to go back up to this one, and we have a lot softer look there. But at the same time, we have a clearer look. Watch what happens. This is the original background. When I take this eye off right over here, you're going to see what her eyes looked like before we did any touching. And then when I click this eye on again, so keep your eyes on Sarah's eyes. Ready? 1, 2, 3, Sarah's eyes. Okay. It just added a little sharpness there. Now we're super close in right now, and this one looks like I still clicked way too many times on the right eye, but I could only go up 30. Remember, I could only go up 30 in here. I just went overboard, so don't click that many times. Now I'm going to go down to the zoom tool and zoom out. And what you're going to see is Sarah's eyes are brighter. Okay. And now I'm going to do two more things. I'm going to really show those cute little teeth that she has there. This is still too much, you guys, because I definitely did way too much. This one is better. One on the top, one on the bottom. So I'm going to go to what is called a dodge tool. Okay, so burn means like if you burn the edges of a paper, it gets darker. Sponge means you're going to pull out color. And dodge means you're going to make it just a little bit lighter. So first of all, I want to see what size my brush is, and it's pretty small. See at her nose, that's the size of my brush. And I'm going to go down right onto her tooth, and I'm going to click 1, 2. And I'm going to go to this other tooth, 1, 2. I mean, this is the time in her life when she only had 2 teeth. She might have had one on the top. All right, I want to highlight that. Now, I'm a little vain, so I'll go ahead and work with my own teeth right here. All right, my eyes are closed, or I'm looking at her, so you can't really see my eyes anyway. So I'm not going to deal with that. But I do drink a lot of coffee, you guys. It's true. So I'm going to go ahead and take the same burn tool, not too much because it'll do that weird thing to her eyes, and I'm just going to click on my teeth and just whiten them up just a tiny bit. Okay, I can click on it or I can rub it, but since the rubbing thing wasn't really working for me on this online, I'm just going to do a few clicks. And all I'm doing is just lightening those teeth just a little bit. Okay, and if you're doing a portrait for someone, they want to see themselves look good. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom back out. Okay, and now we have Serafina, bright-eyed. We get to see her little teeth there because those are super important at this time in her life. I've enhanced the reds a little bit. I put her on the rule of thirds. And there's one other thing that you can do. And I'm going to pick on myself right now because I'm an older person and I've got some sunspots here, right? And what I can do is I can actually go to this tool on the right over here, and that's the eraser tool. It looks like a band-aid, okay? red eye tool, contact aware tool, patch tool, healing brush tool, spot healing brush. We're going to start with the spot healing brush. Now I'm going to have to get in close to my face. Okay, well, that's too close. And I want to make sure that my brush is bigger than the spot. Okay, so I'm going to see, that's pixel to pixel. Oh, it's not on the brush anymore. Hold on. There we go. Now it's on the heal selection. Okay, so I'm going to make my brush, let's see. I can't even see my brush. Oh, it's because it's super small. All right, I've got to zoom in there to that same place on my face. So if somebody has blemishes, you actually can go in there. Now, the closer you get, if I get super close in and do it, it's actually not going to look as good because, see, I'm already kind of blurry here. Let's see what size the brush is. I'm going to go back over here to grab the brush, okay? And it is bigger, just a little bit bigger than that spot, but let's do this spot right here. I'm going to click on it, and it just kind of takes that away. But you do want the brush to be bigger than the spot. Otherwise, it starts looking a little strange, all right? So I do think that spot's a little bit dark. I'm in my 50s, so I'm starting to get those age spots. But some people younger than me, they've got some other spots they want to take care of, and that's fine too. The only thing that I really don't do is I don't take a, whoa, that's way too big. It went up to 1,000 pixels. That's probably better, right? I don't take everything away because it's not natural, right? So that might be where I stop. Now I'm going to zoom back out. And again, that wasn't really that big of a deal. You know, I've done, it's just that little area right there. So here it is now once I spotted it, and let's go up a few in the history. Here it is without anything. So watch this section of my face, right? And I will go back one. So you see there were some dots right here that changed. So here's how my natural face looked. If I go down here and I click on it one more time, look right here, and you're going to see those disappear. All right, but I didn't take them all out because that's not what I look like. All right, and I'm not going to go in and change all my freckles on my arm. I'm just not going to do that. All right, but that's another thing that you can do. This is where I'm going to end today. And in the future, you guys will have some other things to do, but you're going to pick 3 of your photos, and you're going to go through, change the tones. You're going to square it up so it looks perpendicular to the floor. You're going to crop it so that you have something on the rule of thirds. And then if you can sharpen the eyes, lighten the teeth, and you can go in there and do a few fixes on blemishes if you want. That's the end of my tutorials for today. I put them in 3 chunks so that you could watch a little at a time, and you can be watching this video while you're on Photopia. And that's the end for now.